wait is over. Today, in-state rivals get the season started here in Cleveland. The 100th all-time meeting between the Bengals and Browns. It's the NFL on CBS. And here in the broadcast booth, hi, everybody. Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn will join us down on the sidelines. What a great way to open things up in this phenomenal football town.
And you have the defending division champs in town. So that's a big deal. But there's a quiet confidence around these Cleveland Browns, too.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We'll start with Cincinnati. The Bengals, they've had a rather eventful week. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow, returning from a calf injury that he suffered in training camp. And, oh, by the way, he's now the highest paid player in the league.
For you and I, it's eventful. For Joe Burrow, that's a normal Tuesday. His expectations are so high, he doesn't worry about the rest of it. His family and friends excited. Joe ready to play football. All he wants to do is continue to elevate his game, which is already at a high level. Here's how he wins pre-snap. He sees he's got Jamar Chase one-on-one. Watch him hold the safety with a look down the middle and give Chase a chance to win and a perfectly thrown ball. Then post-snap, he sees the safeties rotate outside to take out T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. He lets Trent Irwin bend inside and catch a touchdown pass. He beats you free and post-snap with his mind.
Let's get more on Burrow downstairs to Evan.
Well, and you touched on it with that calf injury. That's meant Burrow is once again getting ready for week one with little to no training camp or preseason. We spoke to him about it last night. He's confident he'll be able to do everything he needs to do in this game. But make no mistake, this calf injury is still something he's working through. It requires constant maintenance. And he's never had a soft tissue injury in his career. So that's been a process, both mentally and physically. He's actually gotten advice from the one and only Tom Brady on how to stay on top of it. So that's meant that he wants to let this game come to him. He's going to lean on his teammates and coaches in this one. He said, it's going to take a minute, guys.
And, Evan, a lot of carryover from last year's team, but there are some new faces. Orlando Brown Jr., left tackle, Super Bowl champion with Kansas City. Irv Smith, tight end, who was in Minnesota. Nick Scott, speedy safety, who came over from the Rams. Now to the Cleveland Browns. There are high hopes for this team. The key, Deshaun Watson. Can he get back to that form that we saw, Pro Bowl form, when he was with the Houston Texans?
He has to get back to that form. That's why they brought him here. Their season hinges on Deshaun Watson looking like the man that they brought in to be their franchise quarterback. There was some rust last year. We saw it down the stretch, a 3-3 record, some hesitancy, some indecision. He has to turn it loose downfield with some big play receivers and let his legs and mobility be a big part of his game once again.
And CD, defensively, they're looking for major improvement. Last year had trouble against the run, didn't apply consistent pressure on the quarterback. Kevin Stefanski makes a change. Jim Schwartz now takes over on the defensive side of the ball.
And when you think of Jim Schwartz, you think of defensive lines that get after the quarterback and secondaries that cover. He has both in evidence here. No seatbelts allowed in Jim Schwartz's defense.
Some key defensive additions from the Vikings. Pro Bowler Zadarius Smith and Dalvin Tomlinson, along with Juan Thornhill, Super Bowl champion from Kansas City, but a calf injury for Thornhill. He will not play today. Rodney McLeod, another veteran, gets the start. Coming up, it's the Battle of Ohio. Countdown to kickoff continues. AFC North action is next, right here on CBS. We come to you today from Cleveland, Ohio. Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Bengals. Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns. Both teams with a lot of optimism. We're going to find out what they're all about here in the season opener next on CBS.
If you wake up thinking about the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to NFL Kickoff, presented by YouTube TV. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, it's wet. It actually was raining fairly hard just a few minutes ago. Now it's more of a mist. Cloudy skies throughout the day here in Northeast Ohio. Cleveland won the toss. They